Alright, guys. I just sat down and watched this movie. I don't even know how I found it. It's a very under budget movie. Oh. Breakdown Lane. This movie is an hour and 16 minutes of... I don't even know what the fuck. Oh, where do I start with this one? Alright. I've decided something I'm going to do is while I'm explaining the plot of the movie, I'm going to point out big parts that I want to talk about, and I actually write them down as the movie goes. And there is quite a bit of them on this one. Now, this movie... It's terrible, and I was laughing of how bad it was. It's probably going to get it so bad it's good rating, because as I like to write my movies, I like to write them A plus as perfect, A as really good but doesn't deserve an A plus, B as still really good, I mean still okay, not still really good but still okay, C as meh, D as bad, F is fucking terrible, and then it's so bad it's good / guilty pleasures. Okay. So, the movie starts off... I don't really want to go... This movie doesn't really have a plot. I could literally explain the plot in 5 seconds, which I'm probably going to do. Okay. Okay. Oh, god damn it. This movie follows a woman that gets trapped in the middle of the Nevada desert and a zombie outbreak happens, and she runs into a group of mercenaries. They end up being weird. She kills them, and she ends up running into this old dude that lost his wife. He blows his head off. Then she starts talking to this North Star guy, and she's trying to get to her boyfriend, but we'll get to what happened to her boyfriend. But then she tries to meet up with Maxwell, which is the North Star guy. He ends up getting bit at the end of the movie, and the movie ends with her getting a dog. That's literally the entire movie. It's an hour and 16 minutes. It's terrible. Alright. I got several things here, and they're not going to be in order as they were put in the movie. But these were the things I definitely wanted to say about this movie. So, right around the beginning of the movie, she gets pulled over by this cop, and this is before the zombie outbreak. And the cop is normal acting, but oh, the cuts in this movie. So apparently she was speeding, and when he leaves to go get something from his car and he tries to come back, he scares her, and she's like, "Oh my god, don't sneak up on me like that." You said that to a cop. I'm sorry, I lost a lot of brain cells watching this. Half the movie I was very bored with it. Because it is kind of hard to watch. I don't know, but there's that. And then we get the RV scene. Oh boy. This one I couldn't stop laughing. So the main character is pulling out of this fucking gas station. She's about to get in her car. And this RV pops up out of nowhere, and this woman comes charging out like, oh my God, you gotta help me. Like, first person she saw, she just jumps out of the RV and be like, oh my God, you gotta help me. Like, assuming that person that you just said that you need help from is a goddamn surgeon. She walks in the van, and this dude is puking up blood, and it's her husband. And this woman's name is Dee. Yes, her name is Dee. She didn't call the cops. She just went to some random stranger and said, oh my God. And that's how she sounded. Oh my God, you gotta help me. You gotta help me. It's, oh my God. I don't even... Okay, so... Then we get the most ridiculous scene. They're freaking out over the body, and then she's like... The main character says... Oh my God, Dee, what do I do? Oh my God, maybe I should call the cops. Oh my God, I don't know what to do, Dee. What should I do, Dee? Dee, what should I do? Ugh. And then then apparently she's got a little girl, and she walks in the room, and out of nowhere she asks, what does thesis mean or something? I don't even know. Like, she's asked something stupid like, what does thesis mean? And then the main character's like, okay, little one, or something like that. Go back to bed. Oh, that's just the tip of the iceberg with this one. Alright, let's talk about the creepy black homeless guy encounter. Yeah, this one's a funny one. I couldn't stop. I was in tears on this. Okay. So, as she's pulling out of the goddamn now I'm remembering it. It's hilarious. As she pulls out of the goddamn gas station, this black homeless guy comes up to the window, and she rolls it down, and he drops a bag of gas station stuff in her passenger seat, and he's like, that's something nice you did for that woman over there. Here's a prize. And then he just ups and leaves. Yeah. God damn it. I lost a lot of brain cells during this. Okay. Let's talk about the intro scene next. Oh man, where to start with this one? So the movie begins with this preacher, and the black bars on each side of the screen are so closed in on this guy's head that you can only see like 1/3 of it. And this dude's bald, and he looks like Lex Luthor, and he's preaching the gospel, but he sounds like a fucking punk rock singer or something. He's like, ah, rah, rah. I don't even know. He's like, praise God, in like a punk rock voice. And I'm just like, oh my God. Which also, oh wait, I have that written down. But I don't even know. And then we figure out that so the main character goes to this gas station at the beginning of the movie. And the woman at the front desk, I guess she owns the place, is watching this dude on her tablet. And this is the most awkward scene I've ever seen in a movie. She's watching this guy, and the main character comes up to buy her shit. And she's trying to get the lady's attention. And then after like a minute of not paying attention to the main character, she turns her head and she's like, I really like this guy. I really like this guy. You know, I sat through this entire movie. An hour and 16 minutes was too long. It gave me a couple laughs, but... Alright. Let's talk about the Outback phone call. That's what I titled it. Okay. So she gets a hold of her boyfriend. And I shit you not, this guy sounds like this. Hey, baby, where you at? I thought I might wait for you here. You mind slipping me some nipple? Hey, baby, can you get fast food? Hey, baby, when are you gonna get over here? Where are you at, baby? Are you near a hotel? That's literally how he talks. He talks like a murderer mixed with a rapist. It's hilarious. Hey, baby, are you ready for this? You know I'm the king of relaxing. That is an actual line that he says in the movie. He's like, did you know that I am the king of relaxing? The king of relaxing. That is a literal line that he says in this fucking movie. Alright, the Outback phone call. I'm sorry I'm having trouble with this one. It's terrible. But what did I expect? I mean, look at the goddamn poster. Alright, let's talk about the Outback phone call. So she calls up her boyfriend, and this is the smallest scene, but it made me laugh so hard for some reason. She calls him up, and they talk, and then she begins laughing at random ass shit. Hold on a second. She begins laughing at nothing. And then she says something like, ooh, look at that, a Kroger. Ooh, look at that, Outback. And then she loses signal with her sexy boyfriend, I guess, if that's what you want to call that voice. Yeah. Ew, that's exactly what she did. Look at that, another Outback. That's literally what she did. She sounded exactly like that. Oh, then we get the North Star call. So she calls up this North Star thing, and her car dies, not the battery, but her transmission dies. And she has to wheel her car around, and she calls North Star, and she meets Maxwell. And she pretty much talks to him the whole movie until he abruptly dies at the end of the movie. North Star. Then we get the first sex scene, or sexy scene. We get to see her boyfriend's face in this one. And this is the scene where he says, you know, I'm the king of relaxing. And here's another line that he also says. You know, I've kind of been stressed all day. and I'm really horny. He said it in that exact voice, and he said it just like that. You know, I've had a long day, and I'm kind of horny. You know, I sat through this entire thing. I don't know if you guys knew that. I sat through this so I could review it for you guys. You know, I sat through this. Yeah, now I'm going to talk about it for half an hour because I sat through this. Because that's my life. I had to sit through this. I had to sit through this. You don't understand. You guys don't understand. You don't understand my pain. Okay, so I guess she takes her clothes off, and the scene cuts when she's about to shove her hand in her vagina. Yeah, we see her hand slip down in her panties, and then the scene cuts. Great. Oh. Yeah. So yeah, on that note, we get the weirdest part of this movie. The metal switching scenes. So every time a new scene pops up, it either abruptly cuts or we get an instrumental guitar solo. And it's like done in black metal style. It's like dun, 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 dun. It's done in like that real slow black metal style, like dun, dun, dun. And that happens between almost every scene in this movie. Yeah. Then we get the first zombie encounter. So she's stuck on the side of the road now. And the zombie comes up. Well, she gets out of her car and the zombie comes up. And she's got a wrench in her hand trying to fix a car or whatever. He comes up, tries to attack her, and then the scene like cuts all over the place. It's just like the bad editing in this. It just cut. And then next thing we know, there's a wrench in the zombie's head, and she gets back in the car, and the zombie gets back up. And then we meet the mercenaries that save her from all these zombies that popped up out of nowhere. The mercenaries. So, pretty much all we need to know about these guys is they try to rape her in one scene. They eat zombie flesh, which magically does not harm them. Because apparently only a zombie bite can turn you. No, you can just eat their flesh. I mean, you're just eating what they're made of. That's not going to harm you. But they all eat their flesh. And then they try to rape her. She kills all of them but one guy. We'll see him later. Then she gets back in her car like nothing happened. Also, the one survivor got his dick shot off, and he still managed to get away in a Jeep, and he's completely fine next time we see him. He's jumping around like he's some kind of fucking young rock star on stage for the first time. Then we get the I need a lifeboat scene. So she calls Maxwell back, and they're having a conversation, and she just abruptly goes, "Oh, I need a lifeboat." And then the scene cuts. Did you guys know I sat through this? Oh, I need a lifeboat. I think that's going to be my new ringtone, my new notification sound. Oh, I need a lifeboat. I need a lifeboat. I need a lifeboat. Oh, shit. Okay, moving on. Then we get the Guess That movie. This is in the same scene. I titled this one Guess That Movie. This is another short one-sentence exchange, but it made me laugh so hard. She all of a sudden goes, "Hey, why don't we play a game to pass the time, you know?" And then Maxwell has this like British voice, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And then she's like, "How about Guess That Movie?" And then he's like, "I've never heard of that one." So, the game is called Guess That Movie. And you've never heard of it. But I could understand that. But the thing that he says afterwards bothers me. He says, "I've never heard of that." Or, "I haven't heard that. How do you play it?" The game is called Guess That Movie. How the fuck do you think you play it, Maxwell? How do you think you play it? Did you guys know I sat through this? All right. Then we get the second sex scene. Yeah, there's a second one. This one doesn't have any nudity. It just has a dude grabbing a chick on the ass, and then I guess they go down off screen. Oh, but she manages to get a video call of her boyfriend, and he sets the phone up on a mantle, grabs this random ass hooker that he found, pounces her on the couch, and then starts banging her. And then all of a sudden, these two zombies burst through the door and eat them alive. It just happens in a matter of seconds. Do you guys know I sat through this? Yeah, I did. Oh my god. Then we get one of my favorite scenes. I shit you not. This baby's so happy. There is a scene where she meets up with another survivor, and he's kind of like Michonne. He keeps zombies with him. And in the background, they're in the middle of a suburban place, like suburbia or whatever. In the background, you can literally, like, there's no cars working or anything. This entire movie, it's like barren wasteland, no cars. In the background, you can see a car moving, like a van. It just drives by. They didn't even cut it out. It's fucking in the movie. Moving on. Oh, then we get the dream sequence. So then we get a montage of all the crazy ass characters all the bad acting and the crazy ass characters that we've seen throughout this movie, with a voiceover of her boyfriend repeating the one line. "You know, I'm the king of relaxing." Oh. Literally, he's going like this in a scene. "Hey, you know, I'm the king of relaxing. Hey, I'm the king of relaxing." This movie is so stupid. Then we get another movie mistake. There's a scene where she kills a couple zombies out of nowhere, and you can hear a cop siren in the background of the audio. Like a literal cop siren. Alright, then she runs into the... So she stops at this fucking... No, she runs into the redneck guy again, and she kills him. And then she goes to a mall to get a bunch of guns. Which there's another movie mistake on this. She goes in, and all the guns on the wall are airsoft guns, but they're supposed to be guns. I guess it was a movie mistake, but I noticed something. Because I have shot guns before. The tips on the guns were the orange parts that go on airsoft guns. And they were on all of them. They were just a bunch of airsoft guns. And you could tell they were plastic. And there's a scene where a guy's shooting one, and it sounds like an airsoft gun shooting. It's like, it's just like, oh, fuck, dude. This movie. And then there's an intense montage where she shoots zombies with the black metal soundtrack and puts on a bandana. And there's about 30 seconds of this montage where she's just smoking a cigarette. And then at the end of the movie, when she gets the dog, it's in an alleyway, and in the back of the cameras, the background is focused on a street. And in this scene, we see both a car drive by and a bike. Well, that was my review of Breakdown Lane. I'm giving this a fucking terrible. Oh, I'm giving this a fucking terrible, dude. I'm giving it to it. It deserves it. Fucking terrible. F for fucking terrible.